Greetings, this is Bloodrill, and welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. Alright, let's go back into the safe house and speak with people. Blitz. Blitz looks up at your approach. The table beside him is littered with cigarette butts and data jack cable dangles from a portable terminal set up by his side. Hey, Chief, you need something? Just checking in. You doing alright? Smiley Widens. Great, Chief, I'm doing just great. It's really nice to be able to wind down and relax for a change. No more worrying about this ganger or that ganger sneaking behind me and slipping a knife between my ribs. He slaps the table with a grin. It's a good change, Chief, I've gotta say. Alright. Good, then you can focus on getting our current job done. Phoenix, come on. He gestures at himself with a flourish. Blitz is always 100% focused. Alright, now that you're settled in, I've got some questions. Alright, fine. How long were you in the Dragon Keep? I ended up there after the anarchist revolution of 39. I was just a kid back then, too young to realize how good I was, how much money I could have made working the shadows. He shook his head, a wistful expression on his face. And so, being young and dumb, I fell in with a gang crowd, and that was that. You were a member of a drug gang. Why should I trust you? Why wouldn't you, Chief? I mean, just look at me. I'm a trustworthy guy. Prove it. Tell me about the gang that you ran with. Well, I don't know all that much, Chief. I wasn't a member of the gang leadership or anything. I'm not really sure why you care either. Consider it a test. I need to know what your loyalties are. He rolled his eyes. If that's what it takes for you to trust me, fine. Anything for you, Chief. Well, where to begin? When I first arrived at the Dragon Keep, I spent some time taking in the lay of the land. The Schwarzherzen were still a pretty small gang, strictly street level, but I could see they were going places. I did a little pro bono decking for their leader, a fat little dwarf named Dieter. Soon enough, I was a part of the family. For a drug gang, the Schwarzherzen were decent enough folks. I made a lot of money with them, helped them take the hotel in the first place. We had a lot of good years there. Then Dieter was killed in a firefight and our happy little family fell apart. Was that when the hotel got attacked? Not exactly. The Schwarzherzen maintained their hold on Dragon Keep, but the change of leadership was bad news for me. After Dieter kicked the bucket, his second in command took over. She was a real piece of work. Called herself Leonie Laster. She had a vicious streak a mile long, and she was none too fond of me. Did she turn on you? Immediately. I don't know why, maybe she felt threatened by my friendship with Dieter back before he ate that bullet. Or maybe she was just jealous of my ragged good looks. Who the hell knows? The point is, she went after me, vigorously. Within 24 hours of Dieter's death, I had a price on my head. And then the hotel got taken over. So that's what you need to know, yeah. Randomly, maybe he actually invited them in. They were a great gang, a powerful gang, I helped to make them that way. Then they had a management turnover and everything went to hell. That's it, end of story. Intelligence deal, wait a second. That isn't it. There are some pretty big holes in that story. Come on, Chief, this is all ancient history. Wouldn't you rather talk about the future? The runs we're gonna go on, or the money we're gonna make. Blitz, tell me what happened between Laster putting the price on your head and the hotel getting attacked. Alright, Chief, fine, if that's what it takes to make you happy. So I was in a bind, right? The members of the Schwarzherzen, who were loyal to Laster, were all out for my blood. And none of the others were gonna stick their necks out for me. The advantage of being a ganger is protection in numbers. When those numbers turn against you, you gotta get creative if you wanna stay alive. What do you do? But I had to. Laster had declared war on me, so I retaliated, and I won, without even firing a shot. Oh, come on. I hacked into Laster's computer and sent all of his information to a rival organization. Remember Frank from the hotel? He was my liaison. They hit the Schwarzherzen and they hit them hard. They took over the hotel. And then they took me. I'll admit that plan backfired a little. Nah, you did what you had to do. In your place, I'd probably have done the same. Thanks, Chief. I knew you'd understand. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to get back to what I was doing. We'll talk later, I'm sure. Okay, then. Yeah. You do what you have to survive. Doggy! You look down to see better. Yeah. Oof. Oof. Set. She sits. Play dead. Okay, she doesn't have a good dog. Alright, let's talk to Paul Amsel. Amsel expresses his harder than you've seen before. When he speaks, his voice is grim. Iger had told me of Greenwooder's death. She said that he died the same manner that Monica did. It wasn't a pretty sight. I know that you and Iger have had your differences. I will tell you that she was badly shaken by the sight of Winter's body. She also mentioned that you found something in Winter's safe. A package full of very old discs. May I see them? Sure. Good God. Haven't seen one of these since I was a boy. That's a DVD RW, a data storage medium from the mid-2000s. I'm amazed that Winter was able to find a device that would play it. Do you know how you can read those things? The first disc that I looked at might be readable, the others are damaged, some severely so. I have my doubts about them. For now, let's consider there's a little shop outside the data heaven. Talk to the proprietor, Malit Holy... Yay, what the fuck kind of name is that? Malit Holy... Holy... She might be able to help. Tell her to put the cost on the device on my account. Okay. Let's talk to the other people as well. Hey boss, what can I do for you? How are you holding up? Nah, no harder, but I'm less buttoned up than the others are. A girl will never let herself show any weakness, and glory, well, she's too full of chrome to feel much of anything. Me, I don't give a damn. I spent too much of my life putting on a show for others already. What do you mean? I used to front a punk band, way back when. Believe it or not, I've spent a pretty good chunk of my life on stage. Whenever we weren't playing, I was giving to our fans' expectations. Spouting off, getting into fights, getting drunk, getting laid, not a bad life, all things considered. What was your band called? Maybe I've heard of it. Oh, that boss. Come on, Didrik, tell me. Alright, boss, if you insist. The band was called Messerkampf, spelled just like it sounds. In big capital letters with an exclamation point. Alright. We had a decent following in England. Spent most of my time slamming around his tent. Okay. The whole chapter of my life is a bit of a blur. We didn't do it for the fans or the fame, and we sure as shit didn't care about money. All that mattered to us was staying young and drunk and angry. We managed the second two. Good God, where has the time gone? Alright. Well, anyway, boss, everything else ends eventually, and I washed my hands of all these years ago. Can you sing? I was the frontman for a punk band, boss. Fuck no, I can't sing. How did you go from fronting a bank to running the shadows? A band. Wasn't as big a leap as you think. They have the magic to back it up. As long as you keep your idol happy, doesn't matter what else you do. The Dragon Slayer chose me to be his servant, and as long as I was scrapping with someone bigger than me, he didn't much care. Tell me about the Dragon Slayer. Chose me when I was just a kid. I could always feel him in my heart, goading me to laugh louder, hit harder, and get louder than the rest. Of course my family didn't understand, but the hell with them, I thought. I knew I was destined for greater things. So I listened to him and I cracked the skulls of a lot of bad people. He saw this and was pleased and rewarded me with magic. And I used that magic to crack bigger, thicker skulls, and so on. It's a simple life, but a good one. Okay, any thoughts about that last run? Well, we found there's that something. Well, that was not very useful commentary. Let's save. And let's give that pistol to... I don't have here. God damn it, fine. We won't give that pistol to her then. Also, let's see. Quickness, 8p, yeah, we'll keep that. We'll also keep that. I guess we can Nah, don't care about grenades. Look how he looks. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I get anything to say? Look, I owe you an apology. I'm listening. When Monica died, I was pissed. That probably doesn't come as a huge surprise. But I took that anger out on you, and I shouldn't have. Seeing Winter's body like that was enough to convince me you couldn't have done anything to help Monica, and I couldn't have either. We're dealing with something new. Monica was a good friend of mine. Her death hurt. I got carried away and I said some things that I shouldn't have. I want to apologize for that. Her body relaxes, she begins to turn away. Anyway, that's all I want to say. There are a few things that I want to say. She stops and turns back to face you. Go ahead, nobody's stopping you. Accept your apology, but if you ever insult me in front of the team again, you are going to regret it. That's a promise. She nods appreciatively. Some backbone, that's good to see. Don't worry, Phoenix, I won't question your competence again. Not in front of the others at least, but I won't lie, I still have concerns about you. That's your prerogative, but don't forget who leads this team. Don't worry, I won't. You should go, fearless leader. I've got prep work to do for our next run. And you've got more important things to do than watch me pack my gear. Alright, let's talk to Glory. Phoenix, need something? Everything is still okay with you? Fine, you can't have started running the Shadows much more than 5 years ago, tops, so what's with the vintage chrome? That's not a story that I'm interested in telling out of context. If you really want to get into it, we're going to need to go back, way back. I'm not sure that you're going to do that. You say that you'll give me answers when we talk about your past, so let's talk about it. Why do you care? There's no hostility in her voice, if anything, she sounds suspicious. Because I'm the leader of this team, and I need to know as much as I can about the runners who are working with me. She pauses for a moment, considering, then she nods. Alright, fine, we can talk, but we're doing it on my terms. This is a long story, Phoenix, long and ugly and cruel. Are you sure that you want to hear it? Please. Alright, I'm going to start at the beginning, not for you, for me. I guess that might help me say all of this out loud. She takes a deep breath and slowly releases it. My family lived in Stuttgart. It was a nice enough place, I suppose. My parents worked as wage slaves for AFMU. My mom was a good person. Once upon a time, my father was a decent person as well. That's what mom always told me, but I never knew him that way. When she begins, she pauses. When she begins, the ice has fallen away from your voice. For the first time since you met her, Glory sounds alive. The dad that I knew was an old, damaged Euro-war vet who turned to hardline religion to make sense of the world. In Stuttgart, that meant either the Ritter Christi or their fascist cousins, the Kreuzritters. My father chose the later path. I still remember hiding in my room when my father had his Kreuzritter brothers over for a prayer group. They would drink and get rowdy, then spend an hour or two riling themselves up, talking about heretics and the devil's work. Then they'd go and find some poor elf or dwarf, stomp the living shit out of him and drown him in the nectar. Whatever. Meanwhile, I'd be home at home with mom, who would commemorate the event by drinking a bottle of wine and cry herself to sleep. Wow. Just elves and dwarves, I'd assume that a mage or an orc would make a more tempting target. What, you mean pick on a victim who could fight back? Glory shakes her head. No, my father and his pack of jackals weren't up for that kind of trouble. They'd had more than enough of real combat when they were young men back in the Euro Wars. They just wanted to feel big and in control of their lives, and it didn't matter to them who they hurt in the process. Anyway, aside from the fact that my dad and his buddies were a bunch of murderous assholes, life was pretty normal. I went to school, made friends, hung out with my mom, kid stuff. Then I turned 14 and everything went to shit. Glory pauses and swallows hard. Ever so slightly, her cheeks flush red. Suddenly she looks self-conscious, as if she just snapped out of the trance. As quickly as it came, the flash of emotion disappears. Her voice falls over. I don't want to talk about this anymore. Airing this stuff out is clearly helping you to work through it. Yes, it is. But I'm not going to be able to get through this in one sitting. You need to understand that. Now, let's get back to the job at hand. Alrighty. Her backstory is one of the most interesting, I think. Alright, do we have anything new? New messages? No. Can we post any paid data? We didn't get anything, right? Nope. Alright, let's go and give that disc to that woman. Drink some water. Alright, welcome back. What can I do for you? Oh, I have this item too. Yeah, I forgot. I acquired this drone. Can you get it up and running again? Sure, it will take some time. Fine. I'll go in a second. I'm looking for a DVD RW. All tech. Yes, here we are. This display has old enough hookups to connect to a DVD player. RCA, you know, vintage. The player itself, though, that I do not have. You may wish to try your luck down at the junkyard. Okay, there is a scavenger there. Okay. I could give the display for say 200 yen. Paul Amsel said to charge it to his account. Ah, very well. I'll have it packaged up and delivered to her Amsel straight away. Best of luck in finding your DVD later. Cool. Did I get any money, by the way? Yeah, I have a bit given. Cool. Kami, what are you doing outside? Guess we know who you are. Could gather you to hear what's going on. Okay. He doesn't seem to be afraid to use it either. Not in the slightest. Okay, if you haven't guessed already, he got fingers and a lot of pies. I have seen what happens when he doesn't approve of someone or something. Pissing him off can't be worth it. Okay. What's the story between you? Oh, surely you guessed. You're not serious. I can't pull a fast one on you, can I? Well, I'll tell you the real story sometime. How about that? Okay, she has some errands to run. Fine. Let's go inside and see if he has anything to tell us. I don't think so, but you never know. I have information regarding the matter my people were looking to. Fendim, the one involved the surveillance device. Cool. Atung, I have been waiting for my coffee for nearly an hour already. Are you growing the beans out back? The coffee vendor shouts. Can't you see I'm speaking to a honored guest, you tower of quivering corpulence? Now then, as I was saying, we were fortunate that you happened upon that surveillance. The people on the other end were planning a very bad thing, to be sure. Very bad thing? Quite bad, yes. Monica Saffer was an important member of this community, more than most were aware of. This case was under her protection. You know how it is in the flux, Affendim. The governance of a place like this is tenuous at best. You never know who is going to be in charge from one day to the next. But Monica was a stabilizing force, and not just because she was dangerous. She was smart and funny and wise, and she had a way with people. They wanted to support her, to follow her, because they loved her. When she was killed, it left an opening for others. It would have meant blood and pain if this council has been allowed to continue their plan. But they did not. We saw to it, you and I. Are they dead? They have been reasoned with. Let's simply say the matter is settled and leave it at that. The Cruise Bazaar will maintain its stability a while longer thanks to us. Now, what can I do for you, Effendi? Would you like some coffee, perhaps? Sure. What? You are selling real coffee as well? Let's try that. I'm told you have been quite busy lately, Wanderer of the Shadows. My street rats tell me that business is picking up. Is that the woman who has taken over from Monica Buragazi? What does it look like? Your rotundity? The Pope from the Vatican? Give here a soy calf, a big one, and put it on my account, like the cut of your jib. Large soy calf? Ma, you are the generous one. And the scone. I was going to say and the scone as well. Nothing's too good for here. The man is a moron, but he eats his weights in baklava and pastry, so who am I to care? Alright, let's ask about real coffee. Yes, for individuals of refined taste, I offer genuine bean coffee from my native Turkey. I hate well, we call it Greek coffee actually here, but it's the same thing. I don't like it. It's too bitter for me. Sure. A true delicacy, yeah. Alright, you sold me how much? 50, wow! Okay, I'll pay that. And we'll have Turkish coffee. Nope. Alright. I guess I'll end this episode here, and in the next one continue exploring this place and trying to find the DVD RW. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, leave a comment if you want to, and I will see you next time.